So far we've looked at free photometric lights, which are aimed through rotation. You either rotate the light icon itself, or as you saw here, I parented the light to a piece of geometry and then rotated the geometry. Another way of aiming or focusing lights is through a target. So let's look at target lights. I'm going to create a new one. Create lights, target light. And it works just the same as it does in standard lights. So you might have seen this before. All you have to do is click and hold the mouse and drag out to determine the target location, and then release to complete the process of creation. When you're finished, you can right-click anywhere in the viewport to exit light creation. Then you can just aim the light by moving the target. However, the default photometric distribution type is uniform spherical. So it's an omnidirectional light. So as I move the target around, I don't see any change in my lighting. So I'll have to use some other distribution type, not a uniform spherical. So I'll select the light, go to the Modify panel, and just choose some other distribution type, such as uniform diffuse, which once again is a hemispherical light distribution type. And as I move this around, you're seeing the effect of a hemispherical or uniform diffuse distribution type. If you do use IES files in conjunction with targets, make sure that you rotate the IES file using the parameters in the Modify panel such that it will line up pointing at its target. Okay, so that's the basics of using targets. It's pretty straightforward. One other thing you can do with this is you can actually turn targets on and off at will. So for example, I've got this spotlight over here, and let's say I wanted to focus it a little bit more precisely than I could by rotation. I could actually turn targets on. So now it's got a target, and it's out here. I could change the distance of the target. I could either move it using local coordinates, or I could adjust the target distance here. So I'd have to turn targets off, ironically, in order to set the target distance. But I could say, set the target distance to only 6 feet, and then re-enable it. So this gives me a little bit more control than I would have if I had just rotated. So I can get really micro fine adjustments on that. So that's the basic behavior of target lights in 3ds Max, both for photometric and standard lights.